Good morning, everyone. Cool FM Live Sports coming to you from a very beautiful Loveless Stadium where our boys came up a little short last night with a late fourth quarter comeback, just ran out of time. And John, I just was just so amazed that, we had an incredible competition here last night with the VERRADO Vipers out of Buckeye.
Tough
And
team.
they were a little bit size-wise, a little bit bigger than us in some ways.
Yeah. Physically, there are some giants on their team.
Yeah, but we were holding our own.
Yeah.
And doing what we needed to. Some costly mistakes when we didn't need them. Unfortunately, that's just the way football goes sometimes. And but my hat goes off to starting with Coach Joe Thomas. I mean, what a phenomenal job you are doing with this program, and it shows tremendously the commitment to the program, the dedication within the program is there. The kids are fired up. The kids are here. They're wanting to be. They can't wait to play varsity for you. And the JV program is strong. This will really boost your numbers, I'm sure, and I hope to see that'll happen within this program. I want to see the numbers go up again. I want to say to the seniors, keep your head up. I know you're beat up by last night, but you guys put Sierra Vista on the map last night. You really did.
Every great high school team
in a small town.
Every great high school team, almost throughout, when it comes to football, your last game almost always ends up with a loss. If you're a good team, you go to the playoffs and you're going to, and so we look at these things as like, it was a loss. We lost, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is that was the whole season was the success.
Yes.
The last 15, 20 minutes of the season were not a failure. Like the whole season was the success. So I hope Buena and Coach Thomas, like we were talking about, he set a great example. But the thing that I'm noticing about him is he's built a program. Now he reminds me. He told me he goes, what coach I like to think of myself as. He said, Coach Tomlin from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see that, but there's a better one. It's Andy Reid, dude.
So there he goes.
I'm telling you,
he's already starting early, folks. Talking about these Chiefs.
I'm talking about Coach Thomas.
No, I know,
he has a way of building things like the way the Chiefs did. Like, so the Chiefs sucked my entire life. They were good, had ups and downs, and then for a long period before Andy Reid got there, they were terrible. And
the Montana years were good.
Montana years were great. Yeah, I loved it. But the years after that, when we're talking Chase Daniels, and that was the best quarterback too.
He was.
And so like there's a long down period, and then you get a coach like Coach Thomas or Andy Reid that builds from the ground up, and he's got kind of like an over. So Coach Tomlin has that one-on-one with every one of his players, where Andy Reid has that one-on-one, but he builds like layers on his system. He's got offense and defense. He's got the whole system built in, and that's what I think about Coach Thomas, is that he's built a powerhouse. I really hope we see this happening year after year, when it comes to the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Another thing is, we need to say thank you, Ed Morse. This is On the Field with Jon and Jarad.
Absolutely. Backed by Morse. Backed by Morse. Thank you very much, Ed Morse Motor Company.
And Wicked Limits. We got Wicked Limits sign right up there. But what we're saying about Buena is this entire season has been a major success. We went to all the away games.
Mm-hmm.
So
every
like
single one.
Yeah, so maybe you guys in the video world, you guys are different than the people that come and show up to the games all the time. So there's a lot of you that are from away or somewhere else or whatever. But the reality is if you're here in the stadium and you see everything like we do every single game, you see how much better they got, that was an incredible season. And What else? Oh, so we can get directly into the game. We can talk about what happened in the game.
So, there was some good movement with the ball with VERRADO starting out right away. And, our defense made their adjustments to help them.
The very first defensive series by Buena.
It was tough.
Yeah, well, it's been like a habit where the first score happens like a big run from the opposing team, and then they lock in, and the defensive line did lock in.
Yes.
But I mean, you give up a touchdown every single time, and it wasn't a one touchdown game. It didn't come down to the last second or anything like that. But yeah, let's keep going on.
So, just seeing our guys regroup, get their composure, and move the ball down the field, and it came up a little bit short, but we took Ramey out there, and Ramey did his thing and kicked the field goal.
Two field goals
in the first half, and put us 6 points on the board before halftime, and then we got the ball coming in after the third quarter. And you want that ball, and you want that drive, and we stalled on that first drive out of the locker room, and that is one of those ones you have to go down the field and do your thing and score to get points on the board, because you're looking at 27-13 versus 27-6, or 27-15, whatever, they get a 2-point conversion, and now it's a lot closer, and things can go in your favor with Ramey's little squib kicks and his little onside squib kick things he does. It could have fell our way, but the VERRADO just had some good. They had their quarterback back. He was hurt for the week one of the playoffs, and he was able to come back and do his thing.
He was a good quarterback.
Great quarterback.
I didn't think he was spectacular, though. The strength of that defense
was there.
That line.
Yeah.
God, I mean, we're talking like those kids they look like college athletes, and if you've played college ball or been around college or pros, there's a difference. Like, it's just a size difference.
Absolutely.
And every one of their kids on the offensive line, there wasn't a single one that was under 6 feet tall.
Nope.
I don't think any of them were under 6'2", honestly. They had kids up to 6'6", 6'7" on each side of the offensive line. I mean,
it was hard to get penetration.
What do you do?
Reset the line of scrimmage when you got 6'6", 320, 310, 300-pound kids.
Dude, and those were good players. They weren't just big bodies. Those were kids that probably play basketball. They probably play offensive tackle and in the regular season defensive end. And then they move to, they play basketball in the other
or
seasons.
Wrestle.
Well, yeah.
Some of them wrestle.
If any of those kids were wrestlers, any of the offensive line, even scarier, man.
Yeah.
Wrestlers, you do not want wrestlers playing football. They'll kill people.
Yeah. So, Scrappy, what a wonderful performance once again.
Lujan
had a wonderful game. I think he's probably going to end up, if we look at the stats later on this week, he'll have more yardage than Scrappy possibly.
Yeah.
And Scrappy has got a huge future ahead of him. We can say probably by signing day in February that we'll be seeing that young man signing a big Division I scholarship somewhere.
That'd be so cool.
And we could see, we don't want to give things away, but we know people are looking at him, and we know that young man's got an exciting future. He's going to keep playing at the next level. Nash Moore, anybody watching our video, go check out his ex account. The guy's got a phenomenal highlight. He'll put a highlight reel together, I'm sure, within the next couple weeks. The young man can play at the next level easily. A high level Division II, maybe even an FCS school. I'd love to see him play up there for Coach Thomas's alma mater as a lumberjack. It'd be neat to see him playing at NAU, and I could see him throwing that ball in that big sky walk-up dome.
Dude,
see a cool FM live footage from an NAU game. It'd be hard to do that. We'll get NCAA.
Let's work on that.
We're going to have to work on the NC2A on that. But if he ends up going up there, just
love to see him.
Love to see him playing at the next level. And some of these guys, they're going to keep pushing these younger guys. That's what I was, good about seeing. The other commitment part is you were talking about Andy Reid in the layers. The coaches got good strength coaches that are in the weight room and doing things with these guys to help them get stronger in the right ways, and it showed this year. I mean, it showed we stayed in the weight room because
Nash
you
was
go
way
out,
bigger than
you
he
go
was.
out and you face a Marana team that's number 1 in the state all year, and you beat them. You're up by 3 in the fourth quarter on them. I mean, that is the pinnacle of the season for us. I think that game was even better than last night, and it was.
It was, yeah.
And to help us, it'll help us scoot into that 3 seed with the PowerPoints from Marana, and Ironwood Ridge kept winning, and Tucson kept winning, so that helped us as well. But just to see this program, I think is starting to make a turn to where we're going to see consistent, good players coming into this program. We're going to see.
There's a lot of athletes in Cochise County. There's,
true. Well, not only
they'll
that,
cycle
but
through.
and some of them will end up at Breen, and we'll talk about them in a minute. And we'll talk about there's a new school down the road here on Buffalo Soldier that's going to be growing too. But right now we're talking Buena. It's what we cover, and the future's bright for Buena High School. Need a little bit of linemen out there. Some more size is going to have to show up, and that's Coach Thomas's job, and his other coaches that are on staff here at Buena is to get in the hallways and
recruiting basketball players.
Yeah, get those guys too. Get some tight ends. Get some 6'6", 6'7" guys that
big
are
kids at this school, man.
Yeah,
there's
plenty of size out there. So we encourage you, if you like what you see on the field and you think you could contribute, talk to Coach Thomas. Get yourself involved in that program. Start in the off season right now. Get yourself out there lifting and doing what you got to do to help the program out. And you guys that are in youth program, youth sports, we're going to try and get some youth football players in our program on our show soon, and we'll talk to them about what their plans are and how they're expanding and how their program is and what we're doing right now. And we'll have some flag football people on as well that want to promote and keep these kids moving and doing what they got to do to get better at the game and love the game. And seeing some excitement from this crowd last night was a lot more intense. It was
we were
big.
missing the cheerleaders.
I know, but the cheerleaders had their little competition.
Well, there was a lot of
down
people.
The road.
It wasn't just the cheerleaders. It was actually a lot of different groups that were missing from the stands. So a lot of I think we got a lot of kids into the stands, and the adult section was packed.
Yeah.
The student section had a lot of kids, but I feel like Friday this time of year when half the kids are at cheerleading competitions and the other ones
starting other sports
and other sports, and there was basketball.
Yeah,
there was basketball practice going on. I mean, a lot of stuff going on.
So hats off to the Colt organization.
Bless them. Like, they were so good to Sierra Vista and Cochise County this year. They were,
and to see you guys come in and watch with me and
following them,
watch with me and John when we were on the road. We set records on it. We had to set records on that Miranda game, and we had almost 200 people watching at one point. 225. Yeah, I mean, it was well up to 300 at one point. And just seeing you guys view with us that's what we're there for. I mean, we love the game. We have a passion for high school sports. I was out here on these fields, on these sidelines for 19 years. I cherish every single moment. I mean, I could go back and I could probably stand there for a second, and it'll hit me like an old memory just comes right back. It's like, I remember where I was standing right here and this happened, or I was over here and this happened, or I was there. And I mean, there's just so much good that I was able to see
good memories
as a coach and being part of a great coaching staff and Coach Thomas's staff is dedicated full force into building this program, and we're going to see some exciting things happen in the future. So, keep doing what you got to do, seniors, juniors, step it up. It's your time to shine.
Do squats.
We need to find those. We need to find those guys that want to be dogs. Yep. Like I said last night in our post game interview, and we'll have that uploaded shortly. But I want Cooper Kraus is going to be one of those dogs. He already is. He's going to be one of those dogs that just. And you guys, I'm not calling people literally Dog. I mean,
Got that dog in them.
It's a DAU or DAWG.
Dog.
You know what that is?
In the heart.
Exactly. That person that will do anything and everything to
biting kneecaps.
just battle and help these kids understand his passion and build on his passion and build on that. So, you know, John, I could go on for hours about Buena,
yep.
but you know,
you love it here. I'm
alumni.
Right down here somewhere. We're gonna dig up a little piece of dirt and we're gonna slide them right underneath and play right over the top of them.
Yeah, I'll just be some ash.
Oh, that's a good way to do it.
Just fertilize me on the field and keep the green grass.
Oh. So next up, Breen.
Breen
is playing for
the state championship today.
Yeah.
Man, Breen Academy, second year in a row.
Yeah,
John.
That game is going to be on at 5 p.m. Dude, I'm telling you.
Moving up 3 divisions. And holy cow, our 2 divisions to Division 3.
Yeah, to Division 3, and they're still kicking tail. They're in the championship game. They're going to bring, you know, I said that Coach East County is going to get a football, I think I said football championship this year. And, you know, Bisbee, great job, great season. You know, Wilcox had a good season, actually very good season. They made the playoffs.
St. David made it to the semis.
St. David. I'd like to congratulate all of Coach East football, all these high school students. Douglas. Oh man, they looked pretty good. Yeah, and
hats off to Justin. We're gonna have to have Justin on the show sometime.
Benson.
Go see him down there.
Yeah, all the so now we're gonna get on to Berrien ALA also. ALA 8-man football, but Berrien 8-man football. So they're playing the championship today. Logan Seeley has kind of been
playing against today. You know the opponent?
Heritage. It's Heritage
Academy.
Yeah.
One of the Heritage Academies.
Yeah.
And there's like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, just like ALA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a brand, Heritage brand football. So good football team. We've been told that they're a very large team as well. Berrien is a very fast team, and we were talking to them. So this is something that we were talking to the coach about. They're adding something to the playbook. They're changing a bunch of stuff for this championship game just to see if they're going to roll the dice with a couple new offensive systems.
That's going to be exciting to see.
Yeah, so
I'm looking forward to watching them at 5:00.
Yeah, Logan. They've got the young man Kraus. They've got one of the Krauses out there. So they've got a lot of good talent at playing 8-man football.
Ively,
Mesky,
all those guys.
The fun thing about it is it's a lot of deep ball. So it's like flag football.
It's either that or a run or a big run down the sideline.
It's big plays. So it reminds me of flag football, except you get to hit people. So it's like full contact. It's like flag football. If it just means 7-man tackle, 8-man tackle football. But it's fun. You get one less offensive lineman, one less ball carrier.
Two less linemen.
Yeah, and so you're getting a lot of rush on the passer. You got to have really strong linemen, really fast to like get your blocks. Mm-hmm. You know, agility is a big deal as an offensive lineman, because those defensive linemen are so stinking quick. They're all linemen. So 8-man football, those people that you would see normally playing linebacker are usually rush defensive linemen in 8-man football. So it's a whole different system. You got safeties playing corners playing safeties. So it's a lot of players playing different positions. And I highly recommend watching it. Yeah, it's fun and it's fast, big plays. You know, I highly recommend it. Please watch it tonight.
Yeah, come on in and tune in on Cool FM Live Sports. We'll have them, John and Jeff
and I are rolling up there in a little bit.
And you're going to be running the camera?
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. I don't want to be on camera. This is the only time anybody gets to see my face.
So let's talk about college football today, John. What we got?
Miami and Wake Forest. I've got to take my glasses off. That doesn't look like that great of a game, but Wake Forest is usually pretty tough.
The one underneath it was one I was looking that was going to be interesting.
Boston College in North Carolina.
Yeah.
That could be really good. Yeah, that's projected to be a close game. Ole Miss in Florida, that'll start in just a little bit.
Early game.
Dude,
Florida coming off a huge upset last week.
I was going to say I would take Florida in that one.
Florida's going to smack Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is ranked number 9.
That's okay.
Wow.
Big things are happening. I've seen ranked teams go down.
Oh, well, this season, number 1 and number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Indiana, Ohio State.
The high noon Fox game of the week.
Dude.
Gosh.
I know. I kind of want to record that game because Ohio State looks so tough. I think, well, they're definitely making the playoffs. So Indiana, if they don't win here, they might not make the playoffs. That's
sad.
Because they were so stinking good all season.
It's 10-1, and you get kicked out of the top 12. Come on.
I know.
NCAA, do better. I'm sorry, but I know I like the playoff system that you're trying to develop with 12 games.
It's better than what it used to be, right?
I get it, but you should have been having a round of 16 for a long time now, in my eyes.
Oh, dude.
But
100%.
Sorry.
This should have been
You do it for D2, you do it for D3. It should be across the board.
This should have been going on ever since we were kids.
Yeah.
It's so stupid that we would...
You can still use the bowls as the playoff game.
Yeah, thank you.
It's not hard.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
16 major bowls.
So frustrating.
Can be... You still get money from your bowl, and but it's one and done.
Yeah.
If you lose, you go home, but you get your money for your
and you
sports
make
organization.
So much money.
You make a lot.
Dude,
I mean, you get to the BCS,
second round.
The BCS when before we went to the college playoff. The BCS, you were getting $8 million from the national championship as a loser,
and you had to split that with everybody in your conference.
Well, true. No, not your conference, at your school.
No, it was a conference thing. So, so Pac-10 would get all of the Washington money. Stanford would get so they would all pool that money at the end of the season, and then they distribute it that way. That's why
it should just be money for the school.
I'm
sorry,
dog. Like this is, I'm a capitalist.
I love it.
I'm a capitalist. Like let's make our money and put that in our pockets. Anyway.
Yeah. And help your other organizations grow, and your basketballs and your track and your...
But you want to know what it's better than? Voting. Why would we let writers, guys that have never played football, vote on when we were kids, Washington had to split a national championship with Miami. Yeah, 91. So I was always super angry about that. They played a bowl game. Miami played a bowl game, and they just had to vote. They were like, I don't know. We've never seen Washington play. We're on the East Coast. East Coast guys only watch East Coast football. West Coast guys watch East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, everything kind of football. We're a better educated fandom on the West Coast.
Because we watch games late.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is in bed on the East Coast.
Yep.
We're watching games still at 10 o'clock, 10:30.
Dude, try living in Hawaii when the games start at 6 a.m.
Yee.
Dude, that was brutal. That was an NFL game. I was like, oh, watch the Chiefs. And I was like, it's 7 a.m. and we're in the second half. This isn't good.
Goodness.
That's why I don't like watching the European games.
Yeah.
Anyway, so college football. Back to college football. SMU, Virginia. That could be a really cool game. Illinois, Rutgers. Yeah.
What about Washington?
I don't know what Washington's doing. It doesn't say any. They might have a bye week because I don't see anything about them.
They already had one this year.
Did they? So Stanford and Cal are playing. Wisconsin, Nebraska. So these are the two teams I always get mixed up. Not normally, but this season because they both have the two great quarterbacks.
No, Wisconsin doesn't. They're on a backup. They're on their third stringer.
Yeah, they're way down.
Nebraska's got Raiola playing. Mm-hmm. He's a true freshman.
But Wisconsin, man, they had a good quarterback.
Yeah, they almost beat Oregon last week. It was a nightmare for Oregon on their offense.
Yeah.
Coach Thomas was probably just throwing stuff at his TV. Like, come on, Ducks, get this done. And they did, but still got out of there lucky.
How is Penn State still ranked number 4? I don't get it.
Hey, well, they know how to win.
I guess.
They find out how to figure it out and finish.
BYU, Arizona State.
Woo!
That's the game.
There it is.
There it is. And Texas
Big 12 game of the day.
And Texas plays Kentucky. Now, I'm not saying that game is going to be fun, but the offense for Kentucky, I highly recommend watching. Yeah.
Can do some damage.
Yeah. I expect them to put up some points on that team. That could be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
South Carolina's playing Wofford.
Oh, Wofford. Yeah.
Wofford?
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be a 42 points.
It's like an Ivy League game.
Yeah, they're expecting a 42 point win.
It's probably a money game for them to get 100%. Money for their school because they're a smaller school, smaller D1.
Boise State, Wyoming. Who else? Texas, A&M, and Auburn. That could be fun. Wow, that says it's going to be a 2-point game, so that might be a game to watch. Alabama versus Oklahoma. Alabama's ranked number 7 again. And that could be
Boomer Sooner. That's all I got to
that could be a
say.
fun game.
I want to see that happen. Come on, Boomer. Let's go.
And then,
Get Oklahoma going on that one.
Yeah, so that's about it for college
Arizona's
football.
playing Texas Christian today.
Where's that?
The Wildcats are traveling to not Abilene.
I see it. Yeah, I
wherever
skipped
they're
that
at.
one.
I can't remember where Texas Christian is. I want to
Yeah.
say Natchitoches. Is that the way you say it? Natchitoches,
Right.
Texas? Somewhere around
I
there?
can look it up. Let's see. Well, it doesn't have a pronunciation guide, so I'm not going to.
I know that the Horned Frogs have been up and down. Sonny Dykes has got a great program going there for a while now. He went to the national championship a couple years ago, or was in the Final Four. So TCU's still around in the Big 12 and making a scene. But we'll see what they can do with an energetic Arizona that just beat. Who did we beat last week? We upset someone coming off a bye week.
Yeah.
Anyway, Wildcats are back. 215 yards of passing from Noah Fafita. McMillan had 140 yards in receiving, 2 touchdowns.
He is ranked the number 4 recruit overall. So as far as the draft goes, they're expecting him to go number 4.
Yeah, T-Mac's going to go somewhere
when
good.
He's that big, man.
Oh yeah, and he just knows how to run routes.
Yeah, he's a great wide receiver.
Incredible.
He isn't like Marvin Harrison, where he's like perfect at everything, but he is really good, and he's got the size.
He'll get there. He'll be that Marvin Harrison Jr. comparison in a couple of years.
I can imagine a Plaxico Burress.
Ooh,
yeah, dude with
another big dude.
Yeah,
for sure. Except just don't give him a gun.
That dude shot his leg. He went to the club. He was wearing. Okay,
shot
kids,
himself in the foot
don't go to the club wearing. What was he wearing? He was wearing one of those pants, sweat track pants, and he had a gun just slid in his pocket. Boom. Somehow shot himself in the leg. Oh well, I guess he's not playing week 12, week 13.
Right before the playoffs.
Oh man,
getting trying to make a playoff run, and Steelers couldn't have a receiver.
Oh man,
yeah.
He was so good too. Okay, now that's a pretty good transition to the NFL, right?
Man.
Okay, so the early game, Kansas City versus Carolina. Carolina's been picking it up, but I'm taking, I'm going to take the Chiefs. But I do find a lot of interest in the game in that they just came off a loss to the Bills, and now I think of the Chiefs. Like, I hate saying this because everybody's like, "Oh, Chiefs, blah blah blah, they suck." They don't really take the regular season super seriously until they lose that number 1 seed. They don't start playing very seriously. They'll keep it nice and close. They like losing 1 or 2 games. And when I say they like losing, it's the weirdest thing. They come out after losses and they just smoke teams. So I bless the Carolina Panthers, but I'm expecting them to put up at least win by like 20. So we'll see.
Well, I might have to go with Kansas City on this one because they'll be with that revenge in their head and wanting to be successful.
The game is in Carolina.
Well, they'll be warm, so they'll like playing in warmer weather.
Now this one's for you: the Buccaneers versus the Giants. Same time.
40 points. 45 points coming out. Mike Evans is back, fresh.
Yeah, he's looking
clear.
good. And you got the quarterback.
And you got Baker, who's stiff-arming Joey Bosa.
That was pretty cool.
I mean, just the guy's a fighter. The guy's really showing that he is the man to be our QB1 in Tampa. And I like our run game. I would like more options of our screen with. I love that when he throws a screen to Rachaad White, he gets 25 yards out of it.
Dude,
the guy's 6'5" and 240.
Yeah,
and he's a huge running back.
Yeah,
and then you got Bucky Irving as a rookie coming in from the Ducks, and we just got a lot of weapons right now. This other guy, number 44, I keep forgetting his name off the top of my head, but he's another one that's just comes in a third down back, and he gets 17 yards when you only need 2.
I love
it. It's just we got to get. Our offensive line's a little dinged up, but doesn't mean that we can't do what we got to do. I mean, Tristan Wirfs is our number 1 pick from Iowa a couple years ago. He's got an MCL sprain, so I'm not sure if he's playing tomorrow, and he's our left tackle. So left tackle, whoever you are tomorrow, you better play the game of your life to protect Mayfield.
And the Giants dropped.
Oh, yeah, and it's
Jones.
imploding in New York. So how do you not do nothing but step on the throttle and go hammer a team that's all going to be just in shambles? You have a rookie quarterback coming in, or somebody. Is it Dan Bonducci or
what's that guy's name?
I don't know who's going to be the quarterback for the Giants.
Ragaloni. I can't remember that guy's name.
From the Dallas Cowboys?
Oh no, he's like the backup. Like he's the Italian guy.
Bonaducci.
Is that?
And they made a song about him. Bonaducci.
I don't think that's
something like that. Anyway.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Divisio. There's something. It's D. Well, they suck. On to the next game.
Yeah, on to the next game.
Bucks,
Go Bucks.
Bucks are going to look
Sorry,
good.
I don't know. I want to get a copyright problem, but hey, I got the bottle right here with me, so go Bucks.
Lions and Colts. Lions.
Yeah. The Colts are going to try and give them something,
Indy.
but Detroit is just on fire right now. Team to beat in the NFL.
They said this is the worst week in the NFL. So, a bunch of good teams versus a bunch of bad teams. So,
what else we got?
Titans and Texans.
Houston all day.
Yeah,
Sorry,
too.
Coach Thomas.
No, I'm taking the Buccaneers, the Lions, the Texans, New England versus Miami.
Oh, I got the Patriots.
I'm
sticking with Drew. Drew's doing a good job. Or Drake, excuse me, Drake yeah. May. Doing a great job.
For a rookie quarterback without a really good offense, he really does. Dude, I came up with a new thing. When we get to it, I guess I'll bring it up. Cowboys versus Washington.
Oh, Commanders. Redskins all day. Redskins. Yeah, I said it. Go ahead.
It's either the Washington Commies or the Redskins. That's what you got to call them.
Redskins, yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, I think it's the Redskins.
Dan Quinn got a heck of a thing going on right now in that program. I love it.
Yeah.
I like him. I like him a lot as a coach. He's one of those Dan Campbell kind of guys. He's blue collar. He was smash mouth football come at you.
He was the defensive coordinator for the Seahawks, and it was a good Seahawks. They didn't stack that team.
And the coordinator with the Cowboys.
That's right.
When they had those 13-3 seasons when they were killing people.
Yeah. Vikings Bears.
Oof.
I know.
Skull. Skull. That's all I gotta say. Skull. There we go.
I'm gonna take the Bears in this one. I know. I'm going to be a risk taker.
Getting tired of the Williams rookie.
Rookie quarterbacks. Who's the best rookie quarterback?
Right now?
Yes.
The Heisman Trophy winner from the Commanders.
Wrong.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
It's Bo Nix.
Well.
I think Bo Nix
is... because of stats.
Well, he's winning more games.
But he's not winning. He's not winning every game.
Dude, he looks so stinking good. I think the Broncos are the second best team in the AFC West. That's a stacked defense.
Jaden Daniels, 21. Bo Nix, 26.
Yes.
He's an old man.
I agree. That is.
He's already a veteran NFL quarterback.
He is. And he plays like it. He really, really plays like it.
Can we say this, the terminology just to say it for fun? Can we call him a veteran rookie? I mean,
I like that. If you're over the age of 25.
My gosh.
Yeah, he's had six pro years at Oregon and Auburn. And those are pro schools, exactly. Even though they're not pro, they're kind of pro. Broncos versus Raiders. Minshew versus Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Yeah, I'm taking Bo Nix too. I like the Raiders, but I want them to get better. They're not going to do it. Not this year.
Not like they're used to be, but they'll get there hopefully.
They're going to be a spoiler for every NFC team that they play. They're going to beat the NFC teams. They're going to lose all the AFC teams. They're in the AFC West. They're going to get smoked. Okay, Niners versus Packers.
Go Pack, go.
That's Packers.
I got to go with Tanner and my Uncle Kevin.
Packers are at home.
I'm going with them. Lambeau Field.
I'm taking the Niners in this one, and I think that I'm being ridiculous, but
you didn't hear yet.
What?
Brock Purdy's not starting.
What?
Yep.
Is he injured? He's got to be injured.
There's something going on, but he's not playing. So
okay, who would be the next quarterback then? Shoot. I'll still take the Niners just because of Christian McCaffrey.
Those guys in defense are going to eat them up, knowing that there's a backup plan.
I don't think so.
But anyway,
Rams and Eagles.
Ooh. Where?
In LA.
I'm pulling the Rams on that one.
Gosh.
I'm sorry, but Puka Nacua.
No, I agree.
Cooper Rush. Running back is strong. Everybody's healthy. They're playing good football.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
And Eagles are healthy too, but the Eagles are a mess offensively right now.
Well,
They
yeah,
can't get it together.
yeah. What's going? That's a good
There's
point. You
no
know what?
balance
The
in their
defense.
offense.
I'm gonna take the Rams as well. You just convinced me. I was gonna go the other way. I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? Rams are at home though.
Yeah.
Okay. Ravens and Chargers. Dude, Monday Night Football is gonna be fun this week.
I'm going with Jim. Jim has got a good thing going for him right now. Who can beat us?
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody. He's got that mentality and that mantra, and they're fighting in. They're just filling into it.
I'm taking Jon.
They're taking it all in.
Or I'm taking
The
Jim in this one.
Harbaugh.
No, I'm taking. Yeah, it's a Harbaugh
No, it's the
Bowl.
Harbaugh Bowl.
I'm taking the Chargers. You're taking the Ravens.
No.
Oh, you're taking.
I'm taking the Chargers.
Oh, well, Jon is the
Ravens.
coach for the Ravens. Okay, I thought you said Jon.
No, he's the head coach.
Yeah.
He's the head coach for Ravens, not the QB coach.
No, I agree. Okay, we're both taking the Chargers.
Yep.
Okay. Well, yeah, the Ravens, man, they're kind of falling apart. I love to see it. I hate the Ravens. Well, I honestly don't like any of the teams. Well, I'm just
Anyway.
leave it be. Shouldn't leave it there. Oh, dude, Thursday Night Football. Dude, Thursday. There's 3 Thursday games. Bears, Lions.
It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Bears, Lions.
And you got Cowboys and Giants and Dolphins and Packers.
Cowboys, Giants. I say Cowboys for that one. They'll make one more four. Yeah. I'll have a 4-win season.
Yeah. I'm taking Cowboys too.
Who else is
Lions
the first
and
game?
Bears.
Ooh.
Lions, dude.
Ford Field.
Yeah.
Detroit all day.
Yeah.
And Packers.
I'm taking Miami on that one.
Sorry, I know I got friends out there that are Dolphins fans, but hey,
I got friends that are Packer fans.
I don't know. It's gonna be a tough game. Is it the night one?
It is, yes.
Is that
it's 6
in
p.m.
Miami?
In Green Bay. It's going to be
Be
cold. Shoot.
cold.
You know what? Can Tua play in snow?
Well, Tua played at 14 below at Kansas City and tried to hang for a while.
Yeah.
First round of the playoffs. I don't know.
Man.
He's not.
He's
an SEC kid. He's used to playing swamp weather.
Yeah. He's a warm weather guy. I'm gonna I'm gonna switch my pick to Green Bay on this one. Yeah, I think that's okay. And the Friday game, there's a Friday game. Chiefs versus Raiders in Kansas City.
I was gonna say, is it in the Death Star?
Dude, if it was in the Death Star, I'd go to it. That's an away game for them. I feel so bad for all those Raiders fans. Like, they get outnumbered at their own field all the time.
Yeah.
That in the LA field too. Anybody that goes to watch the Chargers or the Raiders get outnumbered.
Well, it's a great hats off to these engineers that the NFL's hiring to build these stadiums.
Oh my gosh.
They're built now to where they're just back. The seating is back when you're sitting there and enjoying the view versus having to sit over and look at ants on the field. It's just a better view and the layout. Like when you walk into
they make the risers taller, so they sit you up taller, higher above the person in front of you.
Like I went to watch the Cardinals versus Bucks in 2010 when it was the first year that the Cardinals revealed their Halloween black jersey, white pants, and they had their black logo. It was sick. And we beat them. We had Josh Freeman at the time, and it was just amazing. I was up in the 400 section, and it wasn't a bad view. I was on the almost on the 50. And it was just...
It's not like the old stadiums, man.
It's beautiful.
You used to...
And the roof was closed.
Yeah.
Because it was warm.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was in October. And it was still 82, 83 outside. So it had the air on in there.
San Francisco is the only new stadium that I think is a bad stadium. One, everybody on one side of the field gets a sunburn. And two, there aren't really a ton of great seats.
Looks like basketball's getting out of practice over there.
Something's going on over there. Yep. Well, that's all the games, man.
Dude, it was good.
Oh, well,
so fun to be out here. I'm glad we found some gates that were open and come out here to Buena and have the backdrop with the jumbotron.
Very cool.
I'm gonna miss getting on the PA system and going nuts for these kids. I hate
We
it.
only got 9 more months
I
before you're
know
doing
it
it
just
again,
takes
dude.
forever, but
Football season
it's
is
so fun to be out here and doing this thing and making noise for this program.
the community.
And I'm gonna try and help and do the same for flag next year. We need to
I
get,
love that
just like we
flag
can put
team.
a lot of people in the stands for these boys on Fridays. You need to get out here and watch these girls and watch them play some flag football. We got some special things happening.
They've got some really great players on their team, and I've talked to them, and they were very
A lot of them are back.
But that's what I was going to say. They've got that Storm, and they've got Villalobos.
Yep.
Both.
Destiny's back.
One
Destiny's
is a
freshman.
Yeah, Destiny's a freshman, and
she's got an incredible
Storm,
career.
I think they said she had 19 sacks on the season, which I think she was more around the 40 level because she was. I mean, if they counted up tackles for loss, then
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, she was probably well over 40, maybe even 50. But yeah, flag football. But we're gonna start. As the football season, we're gonna keep going with the college and the pro stuff. But we're gonna work into the basketball season. So our show will turn into On the Court here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And we'll be covering.
But if what happens tonight is capable of happening, and we pull this off, I say next Saturday we have the state championship team on our show.
That would be so cool.
We gotta go meet them at Hampton. We'll meet them at Hampton, and we'll have a big on the field show at Hampton Field and celebrate these boys with their second. We're putting it out there in the universe right now. Let's go.
This is the first I've heard of it, but I love it.
Berean Academy Eagles. Let's get them on the show next week. Whatever the results are tonight, we still need to have these kids on the show. They haven't been out there yet on our show. We need to get them some exposure.
We've interviewed Logan a bunch of times.
We'll have Logan. We'll have Mesky. We'll have, Hively, the Merrill kid, Isaac, the running back and receiver hybrid, and what's his name, Adam Bethia, quarterback. We'll have those guys on the show, and let's go. Huge turnout online if you can. If you want to drive up to Moon Valley High School. In Phoenix.
So I talked to a bar last night. I don't drink, but I went to go get some food after the game. I went into Rookies.
Okay.
And they asked if we could broadcast all of our games on their TVs. They're like, we want all the cool FM. So if you're a restaurant, if you're the owner of a restaurant, Rookies. If you're considering putting your stuff on, why not put your local stuff on? Put Cool FM, put whoever.
I think we've got a thing that we can do that with Native, because Native has shown a lot of the Buena games before.
Cool.
But I mean, they did it through Buena with they just put it on the huddle recording and just went straight in there.
But we can huddle worked.
Our huddle's going to be incredible when we get.
We'll be the huddle next time. Screw 'em.
Yeah, we'll get huddle going for them if we have to. We'll see what we can do in partnership with some people. And like we said last night. You'll see on our post-game interview, we'll upload that here shortly. If you want to be a sponsor for our shows like this, on the field, you got the boys on Tuesday, Dave and Paul with their show. You want to continue to be a good partner and advertise with, reach out to Cool FM, reach out to Todd Van Ryan, reach out to those guys, and we'll get your exposure. We'll get your business out there. Wicked Limits, you had an incredible job of doing our banner for us. Sorry it's not behind us, but look who's right there in the middle of the Jumbotron. We're getting you. We're going to get you guys going. So we're going to have that. We're going to have that Wicked Limits thing going here soon with Cool FM. Appreciate everybody coming in to watch us this morning. Yep. I'm getting ready to go down the road here to Tucson for a few minutes and got to pick up some furniture. John's going to go up to
state championship
game in Phoenix.
Yep.
Safe travels to you, sir.
I appreciate that. 5 p.m.
5 p.m. Go live.
Yep.
Check in if you're not watching any college football and there's a little bit of a slowdown in the football.
Watch both. Put one on the TV. Put one on the phone.
Have the phone right here and enjoying yourself with a meal or whatever. Having Friendsgiving or whatever you're doing this weekend.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourselves. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, everybody. Enjoy your friends and family. If you're having people coming into town, it's always a good time of year to see everybody to do that and have a good time. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys on the court soon. with Cool FM. And until then, signing off. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.